watching the players. So the Bradford Bulls then line up with fullback Brandon Pickersgill, wing free quarter line Greg Johnson, Joe Brown, Ross Oakes and D. Foggy Johnston. The halves are Rowan Mills and Jordan Lilly. The forwards are going to be Josh Bowden, of course, on Joel Rich from Hull FC, Tom Doyle, Steve Crossley, Adam Rooks, Brad Gallagher and Liam Kirk at loose forward. And on the interchange bench, Cameron Berry, Harry Shackleton, Levy Nzongu, Bradley Ho, Eben Skerr, Keelan Foster, Evan Hodgson, Matty Race, Ryan Leadbeater, Ryan Butterworth, Sam Smith, Vidas Fasnis, Kobe Green, Elliot Cullen, Billy Jowett and Alex Stevenson. Josh Bowden, Vidas Fasnis, Elliot Cullen and Alex Stevenson making their first appearance for the Red, Amber and Black of the season. The referee from Bradford, I know Liam Staveley well. He's from Clayton. He puts whistle to lips. And we are up and away here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2 this afternoon. And York will have first use of the ball. And here we go. Second tackle in immediately out of dummy half. It goes from Will Jubb. And James Green, wearing 8 this afternoon, is going to be brought down by his two former teammates, Steve Crossley and Liam Kirk, just outside the York 20-metre line. Chris Clarkson takes the third carry in. And he's brought down 20 metres shy of the halfway line. Will Jubb now decides to go down the middle with a loose forward. Tim Spears, he's the captain for the York City Knights. James Ford watching on alongside John Keir. Jubb out of dummy half, goes back to Green. Green's up to halfway on that fifth and last tackle. Both sides just testing themselves out early doors. In there at dummy half is Jubb. It goes to Connor Robinson. Robinson straight down the throat there of Pickersgill. Pickersgill will take the ball inside his own 20-metre line and he's brought down in a three-man tackle 15 metres out from his own line in front of the Bradford post. It's going to go from Lilly at dummy half. It goes to Johnson. Greg Johnson, a lot of Super League experience, played for John Keir when he was at Wakefield a decade ago. As Bradford just move it down the middle centre field. It's very heavy underfoot as D. Foggin Johnson gets to his feet, and he will get to his feet and he'll play the ball and he'll be Doyle out of dummy half to Josh Bowden. Bowden's brought down just shy of halfway, and now here goes Liam Kirk carrying Bradford up to halfway on that fifth and last tackle. We've had 2 minutes gone on the clock here, and referee Liam Staveley will halt proceedings here because Liam Kirk has just taken a little bit of a knock in a tackle there from James Green. And that's good to see from James Green there, Sam. He's just gone straight over to Liam Kirk, give him a pat on the back and said sorry about that.
Yeah, that's it, mate. He's aggressive on the field, he's Greeny, but you've got to look after each other out there, mate. We're all playing the same game. We're all want the same outcome, but no one wants to see anyone get hurt, especially one of your mates.
Liam Kirk just getting attention here from Matt Duke, the Bradford Bulls physio, on the halfway line. Bradford will be on the last tackle. And just to remind the listeners this afternoon, Josh Bowden, Vidas Fasnis, Elliot Cullen and Alex Stevenson, they're making their first start of the pre-season for John Keir. Josh Bowden, of course, his debut for the Bulls. So last tackle, Liam Kirk's good to go, gets the thumbs up. Out of dummy half to Lilly. Lilly straight down the middle of the pitch here. And Matty Marsh gives the ball there to Elliot Wallace, and Wallace nearly slips there, and he'll take tackle number 1, 20 metres out from his own try line. York just happy to go once again down the middle, but that's good defensive contact there because you've got Liam Kirk, Adam Rooks, Joe Brown all racing out with Steve Crossley, and York is still out just outside the 20-metre line now. 3 tackles gone, and they've tried to offload the ball in the tackle. Jordan Lilly appealing for an error. Referee says play on. He managed to keep hold of the ball as it goes from Chris Clarkson. Clarkson now to Ben Johnston, former Halifax man, brought down on tackle number 4. Jubb again out of dummy half to Clarkson. Last tackle, good solid defensive set here from the Bulls. York restricted up to their own 40-metre line. It goes back to Robinson. Robinson, a high, hanging, swirling kick. Pickersgill calls it. Pickersgill drops it, but he was facing his own try line. Liam Staveley says that one went backwards, and Bradford have the ball 20 metres out from their own line. Lily's in there at dummy half. Just going to go down that middle channel once again. Suspects a lot of players going to go down the middle. It's very heavy, very soggy, very muddy. The rain's still coming down here. There's a very cold and strong blistery rain that's sweeping right across the Tetley Stadium here. But Bradford 3 tackles in. They're up to halfway with D. Foggin Johnson. Steve Crossley carries Bradford just inside the York half here. 4th tackle gone. 1 remaining here for the Bulls. Doyle's out of dummy half. Doyle goes scampering through a half gap, and Doyle's brought down 35 metres out from the York line on that 5th and last tackle. It goes out of dummy half from Milnes to Lilly. Lilly kicks it straight into that corner, and that is great take there by Matty Marsh, and he will take the ball up to his own 15-metre line. Sam Hallis, that was a real positive set, strong set from the Bulls in defence and then in offence.
Yeah, we're doing really well. We're going set for set with him. Good run from Doyley there, and obviously a good end from a good chase. So, error there as well. That's ideal. So hopefully we can put a bit more pressure on down here now.
York have come up with the first error of the afternoon. Steve Crossley, Tom Doyle, Rowan Mills, they're all getting the high fives. And Chris Clarkson, adjudged to have lost the ball 20 metres out from his own try line. We've had 5 minutes gone on the clock. Just to remind people, it is not an actual clock. So when we get to 40 minutes, there will be potentially a couple of minutes of added on time. But Jordan Lilly will feed the scrum. Doyle takes it out. It goes to young Brad Gallagher, on that left-hand edge. And what a pre-season Brad Gallagher is having for the Bradford Bulls. He'll be brought down 20 metres out in front of the post. Doyle to Kirk, second tackle gone. 12 metres out now. Bradford looking to open the scoring here. It goes to Mills, the goal left. Down that short-hand side to Oakes. Oakes back to Mills. Mills looks to find Josh Bowden. Bowden, head down. And the former York City Knight Joel Reg player is brought down 5 metres out in front of the post. Lilly now to Crossley. Crossley's going to be brought down on top of that York try line, rolled over on his back. Doyle's in there at dummy half looking for options. Doyle goes to Josh Bowden. Bowden takes the line on. Bowden offloads the ball out of the tackle. York pick up possession, recover possession for James Ford's side. And on the Pulse 2 scoreboard this afternoon, it remains Bradford 0, York 0, just shy of 6 minutes gone. Sam Hallis.
Yeah, it's been a bit cagey, hasn't it? There's no it's really happened. It's been a bit set for set. Probably ideal for getting a bit of an arm wrestle here. Connor Robinson's causing a few problems with his kicks so far, but Pick will catch them all day, so there's no worries.
York 10 metres shy of halfway, and here goes Connor Robinson looking for a 40-20. Pickersgill has to get there. Connor Robinson has got a 40-20. Bradford out of position. Greg Johnson, Joe Brown, Brandon Pickersgill, and Sam, I think you've just called it. Connor Robinson, he looked up, realised there was daylight ahead, and now the Bulls are going to be put under pressure here. 6 minutes gone, 0-0. Connor Robinson 40-20. It's going to be tapped by Jubb, goes straight to Green. Green's brought down underneath the Bradford post. Jubb looks to go left. Fires it towards Spears. Spears along the line to Robinson. Robinson dummies. Rooks tries to steal the ball one-on-one, but Bowden comes in, so he has to release the ball. Marsh in there at dummy half. Back down the middle to go with Spears. Good defensive set thus far from the Bulls. 2 tackles remaining. York probing. A lot of early pressure here now as it goes to Clarkson. Clarkson to Johnston. And defogging Johnston does well. He wraps up Jason Bass out wide. And York are on tackle number 4. It'll go from Johnston at dummy half to Green. Green's brought down 5 metres out on that 5th and last tackle. Jubb throws a dummy out at dummy half. He's over the line. Has he got the ball down? No, he hasn't. Great try-saving tackle there. And it's Steve Crossley. Oh, my word.
Yeah, Steve Kirk here up, 2 big bookends in the middle. Done a right good job there. Get good dummy from Will Jubb, that. But obviously we're training with George Flanagan every day, so we're used to that.
I tell you what, Steve Crossley, Liam Kirksam, they only had a fraction of a second to realise what Will Jubb was doing, but credit, they got the body underneath the ball.
Like I say, mate, like we train with George Flanagan every week, and Doyley and myself, we all try to do that all the time, so we're used to it. But that's great recognition from those two, because it's been set for set all down the middle, so there'll be a bit of fatigue setting in at minutes, so they've done well to react there.
Josh Bowden is brought down 15 shy of the halfway line. Bradford on tackle number 4. Doyle decides to go down the middle with Steve Crossley. Steve Crossley's going to be brought down on his back, 10 metres out. Last tackle coming up for the Bulls, and it goes down to Doyle, to Bowden. Bowden, a big, strong, bulldozing run, and Bradford now are going to look to find Jordan Lilly on this main stand side, and Josh Bowden adjudged to have lost the ball on the halfway line. An error apiece from both sides in the opening 8 minutes, and it will be a scrum, head and feed to York on the halfway line. Well, it's a good test for the Bulls this afternoon. York came 3rd last season, and I think they were full value for coming 3rd, Sam, when you look at their performances last year in the Championship.
Yeah, they were a good side last year. They're just one of them that don't really go away. They're very obviously that's not a disrespectful comment. They're a quality side, but they just stick in and stick in and stick in. And like I say, they're a tough side to break down, but they also attack really well. They've got some real quality across the park, and they've recruited well. So they'll be another force this year.
Tackle number 1 for the Bradford Bulls as York are brought down on halfway with Danny Washbrook. He'll get to his feet, he'll play the ball. Jubb gives it straight there into Chris Clarkson's arms, and Clarkson is met there by Liam Kirk. Liam Kirk's going through a mountain of work in defence early doors here. Ben Johnson goes to Green. Green on that right-hand edge. York 30 metres out from that Bradford try line. Just short of 9 minutes gone here this afternoon. Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2. Clarkson now to Robinson. Robinson evades Rooks but can't get past Crossley and Bowden, and that's good suffocating Bulls defence once again. 4th tackle coming up as it goes now from Jubb to Spears to Green. Green brought down just outside the Bradford 20-metre line, and this will be the last tackle for the York City Knights. 0-0 here, approaching 10 minutes. It goes to Matty Marsh. Perfectly weighted kick. He was looking for Will Sharp over on that far-stand side, but that is a great leap of confidence, leap of faith there from Fogging Johnston. He was under pressure from both Liam Salter and Will Sharp, and as we said, we've only got half the power working at the Tetley Stadium this afternoon, so it is going to get a little bit gloomy a little bit later on, because we've only got half of the floodlights working this afternoon as Jordan Lilly plays it down this right-hand edge towards Adam Rooks. Rooks is brought down there by Salter in a 2-man tackle. He's helped there by Sam Scott. Sam Scott races back into that 10-metre line as Bowden offloads the ball to Kirk. Kirk's brought down on the last tackle. 15 metres shy of the halfway line. Goes back to Rowan Milnes. Milnes will kick from deep. Milnes goes between Wallace and Marsh. Ball bounces up kindly though for Elliot Wallace. Wallace takes it on his own 20-metre line. Meets Jordan Lilly, Joe Brown and Greg Johnson. 5 metres shy of the halfway line. So a confident take and a confident run there from young Elliot Wallace. And we've just seen the first penalty of the afternoon, Sam Hallis, and it's gone to York because Bradford have been penalised for hands in at the ruck.
Yeah, 6.5 doesn't over. Some days they'll get given, some days they won't. I think it's been a good start by both teams here. Field looks heavy, so I feel sorry for the middle units out to truck about, but impressed with what we've seen so far. Short Rooks it.
Huge hit up in defence there from young Adam Rooks on Liam Salter. Salter will get to his feet, and that will delay the play of the ball as Jubb to Johnson to Robinson to Green. Green's brought down on the second tackle. 25 out from that Bradford try line. 0-0 here. 11 minutes gone. Jordan Lilly flies out of the defensive line and smothers Matty Marsh. Marsh goes back 10-15 metres. The referee's going to stop the clock because a York player is down. He has a head injury, so it's very attritional, very brutal, and as we said, it is the Bradford Bulls' second game at Dewsbury, and certainly from what we've seen in this opening 15 minutes, the Bulls have made positive strides forward in terms of their defence. But one thing that's impressed me, Sam, throughout this pre-season has been that Bradford Bulls defence. Very hungry, very infused.
That's it, mate. You can teach as much technique as you want, but like I said earlier, we're big mates off the field, and we're a real tight-knit group. And once you get that, and you want to work for each other, defence becomes easy. We want to get there. We want to do everything we can, so we don't concede any points. And the closer you are as a team, the more you'll have that.
Well, from what we've seen in the opening 11 minutes here at the Tetley Stadium, this has certainly got the bite, the spice of those games that we saw last season. Bradford and York met in the pre-season at Odsall. It was Bradford 20, York 12, and then we had two humdingers. That humdinger at Odsall, York led 12-0. Bradford pulled it back to 14 points to 12, and then York scored that late try under the post, and they won by 20 points to 14. And then at Bootham Crescent, who will ever forget that game? York 25, Bradford 24. Heartbreak for the Bulls. Jordan Lilly had a drop goal in off the post, ruled out. Chris Clarkson back to his feet, so time back on here, and Bradford defending well. Ben Johnson goes down the blind alley, offloads the ball back to Jubb. Jubb brought down there by Doyle and Crossley, and York on the last tackle, 20 metres out in front of the Bradford post. It's going to go to Robinson. Robinson's going to kick, looking for Wallace. Greg Johnson takes the ball, stays in the field of play. Wallace and Salter are looking to roll him out into play, and Greg Johnson will get to his feet and he'll play the ball 5 metres out from his own try line, and here's Bradford Academy product Joe Brown now. He's getting it on with Connor Robinson, and Bradford 2 tackles in. They are 10 metres out from their own line, and here goes Greg Johnson now carrying Bradford towards their 20 metre line. 3rd tackle gone. Lily out of dummy half, goes to Rooks. Young Rooks attracting 3 black and yellow shirted York City Knights defenders. He's on his own 20 metre line. 2 tackles remaining for the Bulls. It goes from Doyle. Doyle down the middle to Bowden. Bowden's mid Bradford 10 metres forward. Lily's going to kick into the York half. 20 metres out from the York line. Elliot Wallace will trap the ball with his foot. He'll pick it up. And look at that for a kick chase. Oh my word. Joe Brown picks him up, dumps him on the ground. And Joe Brown has forced young Elliot Wallace to knock the ball on. York's 3rd error in this opening 15-minute spell. 0-0, and that's just what you want, Sam. Sometimes the best form of attack can be defence.
That's it, mate. Yeah, it's a great shot from Brownie and Rooksy over at top. This is it now. There's no, we don't have to panic here. Just as long as we camp down there, apply some pressure, points will come. But we've got to start spending a bit more time down there now.
Scrum, head and feed to the Bradford Bulls, 20 metres out. The game currently at deadlock. 14 minutes gone on the Pulse 2 scoreboard. Bradford 0, York 0. Lily puts the ball in at the space of the scrum. Doyle takes it out. It goes to Mills. Here goes Gallagher. Gallagher attracting a lot of interest as Gallagher is rolled above the horizontal, and thankfully Gallagher gets straight up to his feet. That was a dangerous looking tackle there. Sam Hallis, referee Liam Staveley will even the penalty count up. It's 1 penalty apiece. He'll stop the clock. He'll take the report from the touch judges, and I think he's just going to warn York about their defence.
Yeah, I don't think it were intentional. Obviously everyone runs in because just in case how it happens, but I don't think how it will now. Hopefully we can apply a bit of pressure from this set now.
Steve Crossley will carry the ball into the black shirted York City Knights defence, 10 metres out from that York line. Bradford looking to open in the scoring here. Doyle flick on pass there to Lily. Lily back on the angle to Rooks. Rooks brought down 10 metres out underneath the York post, centre field position. Doyle goes over on the far stand side to Kirk. Kirk with a bit of a shimmy and a shake. Kirk's brought down 2 metres out from that York line. Bradford tackles in the bag. Goes from Doyle to Mills. Out wide. It's touched to York hand. It's gone into touch Lily's pass. He was looking to send in defogging Johnston in at the corner, and it will be a repeat set of 6 here for the Bradford Bulls. Scrum head and feed to John Keir's side, 10 metres out, although the referee is going to say to Steve Crossley it was a forward pass before the York player touched it, so we've got that one wrong, Sam.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a good pass. I thought York touched it, but obviously he's not going to change his mind, is he? Hopefully we have a good set here. If we get a good defensive set here and they can kick from inside there 30-40 metre, pick or one at back three will return it well here, I'm sure.
Just while the scrum's being set, Sam, who are you going to call for the Super Bowl?
I can't see. I've got a mate who spots 49ers, so I'd quite like Chiefs doing it because otherwise it'll be painful. But there's a bit of a schmozzle here, I believe it's called.
Well, I'm not sure what's happened here because the ball's literally come straight out of the scrum and there's a bit of a coming toward. The 2 touch judges are on. Some of the supporters are saying there's been a bit of verbal between the 2 sets of players. So York had the ball from that scrum, 20 metres out, in front of their own post here. So referee Liam Staveley is going to try and sort it out. I was sort of hinted there, Sam, that you're going to go for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I hope they do win, mate. I like they're a good team to watch, aren't they? But yeah, like I say, me and Pipes, the kit man, were off right at Greeny's house for that. So hopefully it'll be a good occasion.
Well, I'm a Seattle fan, so I'm not cheering for the 49ers. Penalty to Bradford. So Bradford have been awarded the penalty for something that York had done out of that scrum. Here we go then. York have put themselves under a little bit of pressure here. Didn't quite see what the referee's signal was, but Crossley will take it in on tackle 1. Doyle out of dummy half, misses out Bowden. Doyle goes down. Doyle makes 10 metres forward, and Bradford are 2 metres out from that line once again. Underneath the post, Kirk's in there at dummy half. Kirk picks the ball up. Kirk's over the York line. Can he get it down? No, he can't. He's pushed back in the field of play. Good enterprise there, an endeavour from Liam Kirk. It goes quick hands to Crossley. Crossley now to Lilly. Lilly to Rooks. Rooks is going to be brought down in a great tackle, although Rooks has somehow kept the ball going to Brown on this main stand side. And Brown is brought down by Wallace and Salter in a 2-man tackle. Rooks goes in there at dummy half to Lilly. Lilly goes probing in front of the post, finds Mills. Mills on the angle to Gallagher. Gallagher brought down by Clarkson, and Bradford once again on that last tackle, 2 metres out from that York City Knights try line, just to the left of the post. Doyle's over the line for the Bulls, but just as we saw a couple of moments ago with Matty Marsh and Will Judd being held up over the line, Tom Doyle, he's held up over the York line. It was on the power play. It was on the last tackle. It will be a play of the ball on the York City Knights 10-metre line for James Ford's York City Knights. And we have had 18 minutes gone here. Sam Hallas, this is very, very attritional, very old-fashioned out there, but the conditions are dictating it that way.
Yeah, it's a lot down the middle, isn't it? Obviously, I think it was boiling a bit earlier on. It's calmed down a bit now, but I'm sure, like it has done in the past, I think it'll eat up again.
York just moving the ball down the middle. Very conservative style of play from both sides, it must be said. Job in there at dummy half. Attacks Rooks and Kirk. Up to halfway. Good strong set here from James Ford's York City Knights side. They're on the last tackle on halfway. It'll go out of dummy half from Marsh to Robinson. Robinson, this one like a heat-seeking rocket, comes down. Oh, Defogging Johnston's trapped it with his foot. Gallagher's in an offside position. Touches the ball. Defogging Johnston is arguing to the referee, protesting his innocence, saying that it hit the ground and then went forward. But I don't think a rugby ball, albeit very unpredictable, Sam, would have gone that far forward.
Yeah, I can't comment on that, mate. I wouldn't have stood a chance of catching that. Probably right decision. If Fogg has touched it, I think Brad is in an offside position. But like I say, this will be a good test of our defence now, because York will throw a lot at us.
19 minutes gone here at the Tetley Stadium. Bradford's 5th and final pre-season game of season 2020. And they've just given their second penalty in the afternoon away. And Chris Clarkson will carry York 10 metres out from the Bradford line. Jub's in there at dummy half. Goes to Johnson, to Marsh. Angled run out wide on that right-hand edge for Sam Scott. He's going to be pushed back in the field of play. And York now with 2 tackles remaining here. The 10 metres out as it goes back in front to the post. It goes towards Johnson. Johnson to Jubb. Jubb's brought down underneath the Bradford post. It's still 0-0 here. Looking for the first point. Here goes Robinson. Robinson kicks ahead. Pickersgill has that one covered. And it'll be a tap on the 20 for the Bradford Bulls. And a 7 tackle set. And here goes Pickersgill. Look at Pickersgill go. Pickersgill carries Bradford 15 metres shy of the halfway line on the 0 tackle. The rain just coming down here. And Pickersgill's won the Bulls a penalty. James Green is penalised in the tackle there for holding down Brandon Pickersgill. And the penalty count now is 3-2 in favour of the Bulls, and Mills is going to find touch on this main stand side. So just to recap, John Keir, he has named a 29-man squad for his 5th and final pre-season outing in pre-season 2020. So we're going to see a much changed second half side from the Bulls, but so far so good. 20 minutes gone 0-0, and Bradford looking for the first points here. Flat pass from Lilly, taken in by Kirk. Referee looked to the touch judge. Bradford brought down 30 metres out from that York line here at Dewsbury as it goes from Lilly to Brown. Was Brown taken out there? They're appealing for a penalty as young Adam Rooks. Referee unmoved. Brown will play the ball. Here goes Doyle. Doyle to Lilly. Lilly takes the York line on, and he's brought down on tackle number 4, 10 metres out underneath the post. Doyle goes to Josh Bowden. Bowden along the line to Kirk. Kirk trying to squeeze in. past Tim Spears and Sam Scott. He's brought down on the last tackle, 5 metres out. It goes to Doyle, to Lilly. Lily's grubber kick comes off a knee of Sam Scott. The referee says play on, and Sam Scott will dive on the ball on that York City Knights 10-metre line. And we are 19 minutes away from half-time, Sam. And the Pulse 2 scoreboard says Bradford 0, York 0. I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying the intensity to this one.
Yeah, it's all that middle, innit? Probably not the best end there, but like I said, it'll be one of them that either comes off or it don't. Unfortunately for us, it bounce back on our way, but it's going really well. We look well defensively and we're going forward well as well.
Penalty to York, 3 tackles in from that changeover in possession. Ben Johnson has just been held in the tackle by Young, Gallagher and Doyle, so 3 penalties apiece now. And as we said in the preamble, when we're going through the Pulse trial run, today's game a real good pointer of how the season may potentially unfold for the Bradford Bulls. Certainly in the last 2 seasons, the Bulls have been within 2 or 4 points of York in the past. And today could really say a lot, but we've certainly seen enough, I think, in the opening 22 minutes to say that the Bulls' defence is going to certainly cause a lot of championship sides, a lot of problems in season 2020. York, 20 metres out now with James Green, brought down underneath the post. He'll get to his feet, he'll play the ball. It goes from Jubb to Robinson, Robinson to Marsh. Marsh takes on that line but can't get past Lilly, Kirk and Rooks. And Matty Marsh is rolled over on his side. And York are 8 metres out now in front of the Bradford post. Robinson in at dummy half. Gives it there to Teenbay. Out wide to Johnson. Johnson, the 2-6 collide, and Mills has taken Johnson back 8 metres. And he's lost the ball there, Johnson. The referee's going to say play on. He'll see it went backwards, and Will Jubb's brought down 5 metres out from that Bradford line on the 4th tackle. It now goes with James Green down the middle, but Steve Crossley, he races out of that defensive line and wraps him up. Last tackle here for the City Knights. 17 minutes to go to half time. It goes to Robinson. Robinson to Marsh. Marsh kicks it, and it's gone into touch, but it has touched a Bradford leg, says the touch judge, and it's a repeat set of 6 here. Scrum, head and feet to the York City Knights. More pressure for the Bulls to absorb.
Yeah, I don't know if it would play that like that might be, red, amber and black tinted glasses, I ain't sure, but we're defending well here. Hopefully we can keep them out. They're looking threatening at York, so hopefully, like I say, his defence can hold out.
Tell you what, Steve Crossley, he's been very prominent in defence along with Josh Bowden and Liam Kirk. I'm liking the performances thus far from those 3 individuals as York move the ball out wide, but they've bombed a chance in at the corner because Will Sharp can't quite take a pass from Matty Marsh. It's gone forward, and York can't make it to tackle number 1. They've come up with their 4th error of the afternoon, and this will be scrum, head and feed here to the Bradford Bulls. And there's not been many games apart from last week in recent memory where we are heading towards the second half of the first half where it is still 0-0, but I guess that gives a lot of credit to York and Bradford's defences.
Yeah, that's credit to both teams, very similar, very hard working, very industrious, and like I say, I think weather's dictating it a bit that we're going up the middle, and both middles are going well. I think York have changed their full middle, and we're still what we started with, so that's credit to just the condition of our middles.
Well, John Kay did question the attitude last week, but I don't think he can question the attitude thus far. Certainly a strong defensive performance. And just to describe the conditions here, as Bradford on tackle number 4, 20 metres out from their own line, are held in the tackle, and Jack Teenbay there just holds his hand up and apologises for giving away that penalty. A lot of the play is being restricted to going down the middle, the pitch starting to cut up here, so just think of a muddy field on a countryside walk, and that's what the pitch is slowly resembling here. Joe Brown will take the ball on the halfway line. Tackle 1. Josh Bowden, tackle number 2. Bradford, 10 metres now inside the York half. Bowden appealing for a penalty, non forthcoming. Doyle goes left towards Crossley. Crossley's brought down in a 3-man tackle. Good defence there from Jack Teenbay and Marcus Stock. And Crossley brought down on tackle number 3 just outside that York 20-metre line. Here goes Jordan Lilly to young Adam Rooks. Rooks is brought down by Robinson. 4th tackle gone here for the Bradford Bulls. They're now 10 metres out from that York try line. It goes from Lilly to Kirk in front of the post. Jack Teambeer wraps up Kirk. Last tackle here for the Bulls. Centre field in front of the post. The goal left to Mills. Mills crossfield kick looking for Foggy Johnson. Foggy Johnson palms it back. There's no one there for the Bulls. Ross Oakes somehow gets the ball back to Mills, but Mills is brought down 20 metres out as Mills shifted and scurried to take the pass from Ross Oakes. And in the end, Sam, very unfortunate and very unlucky that the Bulls, there was just no one behind Foggy Johnson to take the pass and go in at the corner. 0-0 it remains, 15 minutes to half-time.
Yeah, that's it, Fogg climbed well then, and unfortunately we couldn't get another kick away or whatever, but like I say, it's a real midfield battle. It's turned into a bit of a tatty field as well, isn't it? Go on, class, well done, boys.
York have just come up with yet another error, and it is young Adam Rooks and Jordan Lilly in defence. York now 5 errors in this first half, and Sam, Bradford, we've given a lot of plaudits on this defensive display. What would you like to see happen a little bit more in the attack?
I think it's easy to say from up here, but I think we're asking questions. York, they're a good defensive side, but it's not easy to throw a ball about in this weather. I think as middles are finding each other and finding a few combinations as well, so that's good to see. But as long as we keep applying pressure, mate, points will come. It's not going to be a high scoring one in these conditions, but there you go. Look, so Picks nearly had him on an edge there. So as long as we can keep building a bit of pressure, keep down here, those points will come.
Good second phase attack there from the Bulls. Pickersgill take the pass from Milnes, and he's brought down 30 metres out from that York try line. Bradford reset and come back down the middle channel. Gallagher's brought down on the second tackle. Quick play the ball. Doyle to Bowden. Bowden to Lilly to Pickersgill. Pickersgill to Brown. Brown to Johnson. Johnson's gone without the ball, and Johnson knocks on 10 metres out. The line was open, and at least Bradford tried something a little bit different, Sam, there. They give the ball a lot of width, and that was quite an expansive couple of plays there in that set of 6. Scrum, head and feet to York. 10 metres out from the run try line. We're 12 minutes away from half-time here on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2, and it is Bradford 0, York 0.
Yeah, I think that's just the Dewsbury pitch coming into account there. Brownie's Pick's got the ball at the black, skipped over and give it to Brownie, and Brownie's run out of room, so Greg's had to come under. But we'll work on that in the year. Hopefully we can they'll turn into tries later on.
And let's not forget, you mentioned it quite rightly, Sam, York have interchanged 4 players now. Bradford under John Keir, yet to bring anyone else on. So it's looking like it might be going the whole hog, or Levy and Zongu and Eben Skur just warming up below our commentary position here. So John Keir might be just about to change things up in this first half here as York move the ball over on this main stand side. Good defence though from Joe Brown. Johnson's also in there. In at dummy half is Liam Salter. Salter will pick the ball up, and he's brought down by Doyle and Brown. 5 metres shy of halfway. Jub's in there at dummy half. It goes to Teamby. Teamby to Johnston. Flings the pass out wide, and it's going to go towards Spears. He can't get any headway because the 2-13s meet, and Kirk comes in with Milnes. Last tackle now for York. They're still inside their own half, just shy of halfway. It's going to go back to Robinson. Robinson, a high hanging kick. There's a bit of spiral on that ball. Pickersgill takes it well. Difficult conditions. Marty Marsh on the inside wraps Pickersgill up 5 metres out from his own try line, and we're about to see the first interchange of the afternoon, and it will be the Frenchman Levy Nzongu who will be coming onto the fray, and we're also going to see Keelan Foster and Eben Skur, also Cam Berry. So we're going to see a quartet of players coming on the field. Bradford down the middle with Josh Bowden as Liam Kirk leaves the field. Levy Nzongu comes on. Levy Nzongu, 21 years of age, joined the Bulls from the Albic Tigers from the Elite 1 competition. Bradford up to their own 40-metre line on the last tackle. Crossley will play the ball. Doyle to Lilly. Lilly straight down the throat there of Will Sharp. Sharp takes it on his own 10-metre line up to the 20. And here goes Keelan Foster on his 20th birthday. Happy birthday to Keelan Foster. And Foster and Nzongu. Oh, Nzongu, he's gone now for the spear tackle. And very dangerous there from Nzongu. And the referee will halt proceedings here. He'll stop the clock. I don't think Nzongu's going to be in too much trouble, Sam. I just think he's going to get a telling off here as Cameron Berry and Eben Skur about to come on the field. Penalty to York. They're 4 for the afternoon. 4 penalties apiece. this one awarded 10 metres shy of halfway.
Yeah, well, it did a flipping air then, didn't it? It wasn't ideal, but no, hopefully as bench can come on now, make it more of an impact than they did last week. I think we were all a bit disappointed with how we went last week. So fingers crossed they can really add something, but it's looking positive so far.
James Green back out on the field for James Ford's side. He has been a prominent figure in York's attack. He's rolled over by Gallagher in a two-man tackle, 20 metres out from that Bradford try line. In Zungu and Foster, they're like lighthouses, shining, averting the chips away from the rocks as they bring down Jubb, 10 metres out from the Bradford posts. Here goes Marcus Stock, and Stock will carry York 5 metres out. There's 2 tackles remaining here for the City Knights. We've got 8 minutes to go to half time. It goes to Robinson to Salter. Salter on the angled run, can't get past Brown and Lilly, and Salter's pushed back in the field of play, and that'll be tackle last tackle, says referee Liam Staveley. It goes back to Robinson. Pepper's one behind. Pickersgill, great positioning. Pickersgill had to put his body on the line because the 2 big imposing forwards there from the York City Knights were looking for blood, and now Bradford are trapped. 2 tackles inside their own 10 metre line as Milnes gets to his feet. He'll play the ball. Lily's in there at dummy half, gives it to Greg Johnson. Eben Sker comes on the field for Josh Bowden, who's gone through 32 minutes unscathed, and here goes Keelan Foster straight down the middle. James Green and Will Jubb wrapping up the 20-year-old on the Bradford 20-metre line. 7 minutes to half-time. Bradford 0, York 0. Bradford on that last tackle play. Cameron Berry's come on for Tom Doyle in that dummy half roll. And here goes Rowan Mills. And a bit of invention there on the last tackle. A chip over the top, but Will Sharp just got there ahead of him. And Mills will tackle Sharp on the halfway line. And here we go. Rowan Mills. Contact on the tackle. Will Sharp's lost the ball. Tackle number 1. York's 7th error in this first half, and Bradford will have one last chance. Still 7 minutes to go, but they'll have another chance as we head towards half-time here, Sam. 0-0.
Yeah, that's it. I think we've looked after ball reasonably well, to be fair, when we've had it. Obviously, I think we only had 1 or 2 errors, so like I say, fingers crossed again, we can just get down there, apply a bit more pressure. I know it's a boring way of looking at it, but in these conditions, that's all we've got to do.
Adam Rooks takes tackle number 1 from the scrum, 5 metres inside the York half, centre field position. Cameron Berry, the younger cousin of George Flanagan, who's still serving his suspension for what happened in that Toronto game last season. And Berry has fired it once again into Keelan Foster's arms, and Foster has made 10 metres forward there. So Bradford 25 metres out now from that York line. Tackles remaining here for John Keir's side. Berry to Sker. Young Eben Sker carries Bradford inside that York 20 metre line. Look at that for endurance and energy and effort there. Sker carries Bradford 10 metres out in front of the post, and Eben Sker wins Bradford's 6th penalty of the afternoon, and that one is for laying on in the tackle, hands in at the ruck. And Bradford now, with 6 minutes to go to half-time, they're really looking to open the scoring. The Pulse 2 scoreboard, 0-0. Berry will tap it, gives it to Nzongu, and the former Melbourne Storm and Toulouse man's brought down 2 metres out from the Bradford line. Berry's in there at dummy half. He will give it towards Mills. Mills can't get past Green. Wrapped up, 2 metres out. 0-0 here. Berry's in there at dummy half. Berry to Foster. Foster on his birthday. Best birthday present ever, we'll say. He's over the line, but he's pushed back in the field of play. Bradford looking to breach this York defence. Mills out wide. Mills' pass has gone behind everyone. Johnson had overrun it. And defogging Johnson, he just turns around and just watches the ball roll over the touchline. Another chance gone begging for the Bradford Bulls. 5 minutes to half-time, and the Pulse 2 scoreboard says Bradford Bulls 0, the York City Knights 0. Sam, your thoughts on what we've seen in this first 35 minutes?
Yeah, it's just been a classic wet, down the middle thing. It's just unfortunately, I think Oaks has just paid straight through a gap there. So if that ball goes to hand, we're in. So I think we've gone right way. It's just a bit of skill, but it's only third, fourth game at year. So it's not season's not even started yet. Hopefully, they'll stick later on.
As we said, very difficult attritional conditions here, same for both sides, but 0-0 nonetheless. A fascinating spectacle taking place before your very ears this afternoon. It's Mick Gledall and Sam Hallis on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. James Green will play the ball on tackle number 3 to Will Jubb. York come down the middle, and here we go. There's danger here for the Bradford Bulls. Connor Robinson's brought down, though, down the heart and soul of the Bulls defence. 20 metres out by Joe Brown. It's on the last tackle. They're going to move it out wide. Johnston kicks ahead. Pickersgill will have to retrieve this from his own in goal area. Gets it to D. Foggy Johnston, and D. Foggy Johnson does well. Oh, that's high risk rugby league from the Bradford Bulls, but it's paid off there. Pickersgill was looking to concede the dropout, but D. Foggy Johnson disappeared like a wild Pokemon, and off he went in the field of play. And now York have given away another penalty. This indiscipline is costing York dear, because it's this piggybacking the Bulls up the field, and we've got 3 minutes to go to half time. Rowan Milnes is going to find touch over on that far stand side, and Bradford are going to have a full set of 60 metres out from that York line. It's going to be taken there by Oakes. Oakes will tap the ball. He'll give it to Gallagher. Gallagher pushed back to where Oakes give him the ball, and I tell you what, there's some hungry defence here as Danny Washbrook really getting a feel now for this game. Washbrook over on that left hand edge. Green comes in, wraps up Nzongu. Tackle 2 gone. They're on halfway, the Bulls. Berry to Skur. Skur takes it at a standing start, but look at that for leg drive. Eben Skur carries Bradford 5 metres inside the York line. Tries to win a penalty there. Referee says Skur's holding on to James Green's shirt. Referee plays on. Mills, now it goes to Gallagher. Gallagher back down the middle. Gallagher taken on the shoulder. He'll get to his feet. He'll play the ball on tackle number 4. Berry down the middle here with Foster. Foster draws that defence to Lilly. Lilly kicks over the top looking for Joe Brown. Matty Marsh does well. Throws himself on the ball, and he will take tackle number 1 here for the York City Knights. 8 metres out from their own try line. But there's no one at home for the Bulls here, as Connor Robinson has gone straight out of dummy half up to halfway. Bradford were caught on the short hand side. Robinson points the finger at Greg Johnson. Berry comes in with a flying tackle on Liam Salter, as Salter plays the ball 5 metres inside the Bradford half. It goes now to Matty Marsh towards Johnson. Johnson's brought down 30 metres out as Nzongu comes in. Tell you what, all of a sudden this game has really opened up. Here goes Danny Washbrook, but the pass has been picked off. Ross Oakes has daylight ahead of him. Connor Robinson comes in, finds D. Foggy Johnston. D. Foggy Johnston is going to go the distance. He's grounded the ball underneath the post, and the Bulls, just like that, have gone 70 metres in one of the pre-season tries you will ever see. Heartbreak for the York City Knights. They were looking to expose the Bulls out wide, and it was Washbrook's pass. Just a little bit of hesitation there. It was an invitation for Ross Oakes. Ross Oakes didn't quite fancy the chances of heading towards the corner. He waiting for the support on the inside from D. Foggy Johnson. Connor Robinson went to Oakes, a valiant chase back, and D. Foggy Johnson around and underneath the post. And the Bradford Bulls, with a minute to go to half time, they have opened the scoring here, Sam.
Yeah, I don't think Oakesy gets credit he deserves half at time. I think he's an exceptional player. You know, he puts tries on a plate for his winger. And you know, now he's accepted that ball. You know, I think we'll all get into him though, because he wasn't quite fast enough to make it himself already. You know what I mean? But no, it were great for him. Obviously, Fogg's done well to finish it.
Jordan Lillett, the kick predictor at 100%, adds on the extra 2 points from in front of the post. And all of a sudden here at the Tetley Stadium, in what is proving to be an attritional forward battle in the mud down the middle of the field in the 39th minute, it is Bradford Bulls 6, the York City Knights 0. D. Foggy Johnson with a try, Lillett with a successful conversion in front of the post. Referee stops the clock. We've got 4 seconds remaining on the electronic scoreboard, but that is not the official timekeeper's time, so there will be a couple of minutes, or maybe it is the timekeeper's time. It's hit 40, the Hooters sound. Keelan Foster offloads the ball in the tackle, back to Milnes. Milnes is brought down on his own 10-metre line. Referee Liam Staveley looks at the watch, whistle to lips. Half time here The ball to get proceedings underway. York have made a couple of changes. Jordan Baldwinson has come on the field, but still got the huge frame of James Green out there. Marcus Stock, Danny Washbrook, Callum Scott, Chris Clarkson, Ben Johnson, Will Sharp. So it's Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2, the final 40 minutes of pre-season 2020 for the Bulls. And it will be Bradford to have first use of the ball. Connor Robinson looks up. His kicking radar goes straight down towards young Alex Stevenson. And Alex Stevenson will take tackle number 1 here for the Bradford Bulls. 15 metres out from his own try line. He's brought down by Brad Hay and Jordan Baldwinson in a 2-man tackle. Berry once again in there at dummy half. He will find Foster. Foster attracting a lot of attention there from Marcus Stock and James Green. Foster will get to his feet. He'll play the ball. It'll now go from Berry. Berry to Skur. Bradford already just 40 metres out from their own line. 10 shy of halfway. Third tackle gone. Berry comes on this right-hand edge towards Evan Hodson. Hodson's brought down on halfway. Bradford now inside the York half. Here goes Levi Nzongu. Nzongu, big strong carry. Carries Bradford 42 metres out from the York line on the 5th and last tackle. We've had 20 seconds of the second half. It goes back to Kobe Green in at the half, and Kobe Green a high hanging kick. Tester for Will Sharp. They've lost the ball here, York, and Kobe Green's kick has seen Bradford have a fresh set of 6, 5 metres out from that York try line, and Bradford are looking for the first score of the second half as Elliot Cullen tries to pitch one out there, out wide, out of dummy half. Cullen's over the line. He's held up. We're going to go back to the 10-metre line. Elliot Cullen will get to his feet and he'll play the ball. 5 metres in from that far stand side. Misses out Vasnes. It goes from Green to Foster. Foster's brought down in a 3-man tackle. Berry's in there at dummy half. Kobe Green calls for the ball. Green gets the ball. Kobe Green takes the line on to Manny Race, keeping the ball going on this left-hand edge to Hodson. Evans brought down, back in the field of play, 2 metres out from the line. Quick play the ball. They're going to go down the middle once again with Skur. Skur's trying to get over the York line, but Baldwinson and Marsh do well, pushing back in the field of play. It is the last tackle. It goes from Cameron Berry to Levi Nzongu. Nzongu held up over the York line on the 5th and last. And Levi Nzongu wants to play the ball on the 10-metre line, but it's the last tackle.
Yeah, that's not a bad finish at all, mate. We've done really well there. Good chase on the far end as well. We need a good defensive set here, and hopefully can bring the ball back and be in midfield when we bring it back.
Evan Hodson in defence there for the Bradford Bulls alongside Cameron Berry, bringing down Jordan Baldwinson, and York trailing here by 6 points to 0, remember. As York just get to the feet, they'll play the ball. Robinson in at dummy half. It goes to Sharp. Sharp brought down by Kobe Green and Cullen in a 2-man tackle. And York are only 10 metres out from their own try line here. It's still Bradford 6, York 0. Here goes James Green like a rocket. Caught high by Kobe Green. Kobe Green adjudged to have gone high. And Kobe Green, not the tallest player out there, but referee says he's gone high.
Yeah, I can go high on James Green at 6'8". I have no idea, but yeah, apparently they have. So hopefully we're going to have a good defensive set here and put a bit of pressure on the kicker, and we can complete this defensive set.
Bradford put themselves under a little bit of pressure. 12 penalties in total. First penalty to York in the second half. Their 5th of the game as it goes from Jubb to Baldwinson. Baldwinson's going to be brought down 5 metres inside the Bradford half, just past halfway as it goes now to Marcus Stock, but Baldwinson's adjudged to have lost the ball on the floor. York's 9th error of the afternoon, and it will be scrum head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. And no sooner have York got themselves in good field position in the 43rd minute here, with 37 minutes remaining, they have come up with an error, and it will be scrum head and feed to the Bradford Bulls. Well, Bradford, as we said in the first half, had Pickersgill, Johnson, Brown, Oates, Johnson, Milnes, Lilly, Bowden, Doyle, Crossley, Rooks, Gallagher, Kirk. In the second half, it's all the reserve squad, with Levi Nzongu thrown in for good measure. Here goes Eben Skur, down the middle, taking on Washbrook. Also Scott, brought down 5 metres inside the York half. Berry keeps it going now. Good movement on this left-hand edge. Chance here for the Bradford Bulls. Down the middle once again with Eben Skur. Skur goes straight down the middle channel. Quick play the ball. Berry probing inside the 10. Finds Stevenson on the inside. Stevenson's brought down on the last tackle, 10 metres out. Berry now to Race. Race juggles the ball. It's come off a York knee. Play on, says the referee. No, he doesn't. Says first knock on. Handover. Oh, I tell you what, video referee there, Sam. I think we'll be having a look. Evan Hodgson might have just bagged himself a try. In the end, the referee will say first error by the Bulls. And it's still Bradford 6, York 0 with 5 minutes gone of the second half.
Yeah, we've started really lively, full of energy, and I think we're defending really well as well. And carrying strong, and his halves look well, and Canberra's taking off at the right time. I think we look really, really good.
As I said, a lot of endurance, a lot of effort out there. James Green comes off for the third time this afternoon. He looks like he needs the bath, the warm shower treatment. Absolutely caked in mud here at the Tetley Stadium. Very cold afternoon, temperature just 8.5 degrees here. Thankfully the rain has eased off here, so now dry but very soggy and heavy underfoot. York on the last tackle on that halfway line. Goes back to Robinson. Robinson looks up. Bit of an ugly one for Stevenson to take. Stevenson takes it with both hands. Great take by Alex Stevenson. Alex Stevenson's first start in pre-season 2020. He's missed the last couple of games with illness. And here goes Leadbeater out of dummy half. Ryan Leadbeater's made 10 metres forward. Quick play the ball from Leadbeater. And as Sam says, Bradford looking very lively as Billy Jowett carries Bradford up to their own 40-metre line. Berry once again back down the middle to Eben Skur. Skur just wants to take all the punishment and pain as Hay comes in. Also Stock. And the two-man York challenge, push Skur and turn him around. Berry in at dummy half to Foster. Foster up to halfway, rolled over on his back. Last tackle here for the Bradford Bulls, leading 6 points to 0. It goes to Mary Race. Mary Race kicks on the inside as Josh Jordan Roberts enters the field, and that was great play there, back by young Miles Harrison, who's come on as well, and he does well to defuse that kick there from Mary Race. Bradford first reserve game of the season on Saturday afternoon away at Hull FC. Hopefully we'll have commentary. Not sure if we can stream the game, but hopefully we'll be able to bring that game to you. And then obviously next Sunday, season opener, Bradford against London. Danny Ward against John Keir. What a fascinating tie that is going to be. York not giving up the ghost, certainly growing in confidence here. Washbrook out of dummy half to Robinson. Robinson down the middle to Porter. Joe Porter has been caught high. A lazy tackle there from young Evan Hodgson. And it will be York's 6th penalty of the afternoon. Their second in quick succession. And now York are going to fancy the chances here of putting the Bulls under pressure, Sam.
Yeah, just I think right, but off with lazy arm there, and look, good work from Marker. This should be a good test now because York, are, like I say, they're throwing a bit at us in good ball. So see how we defend up against them.
York awarded another penalty in front of the post. Levi Nzongu, a judge to have put hands in at the ruck. So we've had 14 penalties so far this afternoon, 7 penalties apiece. And Will Jubb will tap the ball in front of the Bradford post, and he'll immediately fire it into Jordan Baldwinson. Baldwinson is brought down 10 metres out from his own try line, from the Bradford try line. Jubb once again in at dummy half to Robinson, to Marsh. Marsh was looking to send Sharp in at the corner, but Leadbeater had put Sharp off there, and that ball has gone flying straight into touch. As Josh Bowden comes back on for the start of the second half. Evan Skur receives a lot of applause from the Bradford Bulls faithful, and he gets a hug and encouraging words there from Mark Dunning. What a prospect young Evan Skur's going to be, Sam. Yeah,
he carries like a train, doesn't he? Bless him, and he whacks, and he's a big strong thing. I think he squatted he squatted a medium cow in gym over there. So he's a big strong unit, and hopefully we, like I say, I think have we got ball now? I think we have. Can't see.
Yeah. York threw the ball in a touch. Scrum to Bradford 10 metres out.
Yeah, so hopefully we can come out of here, get a good kick away, and get back down their end. But I've been really impressed with how we've started this first half. Josh Bowden's just come back on now to get a bit of experience out there. But no, I think we've started really well.
Well, like we said last week, John Keir questioned the attitude of that performance, and we've certainly seen a much more attitude-focused performance. The Bulls certainly smartened up in those expects as York from the scrum. I think they've won it against the head there, Sam. I'm not quite sure what happened, but the referee's going to say Bradford will have it on the 20-metre line, and it's going to be a 7-tackle set. So Elliot Cullen will take 0 tackle on the Bradford 30-metre line. And immediately it goes from Berry to Hodgson. Hodgson's caught on the shoulder in a 3-man tackle. So that pass there from Matty Marsh, if Will Sharp takes it, is in at the corner. Went into touch. Bradford now up to halfway on the second tackle via Josh Bowden. Here goes Berry. Berry to Race. Race to Hodgson. Hodgson on this main stand side, brought down by Hay and Johnston in a 2-man tackle. Race out a dummy half to Stevenson. Back in centre field, they'll go on down the middle with Foster. That's the 3rd tackle gone here, the 30 metres out from that York try line. Berry to Nzongo. Nzongo will carry Bradford just shy of the 20-metre line, and they're in front of the post. They're calling for it over on this main stand side. Matty Race gets the nod, kicks it, looking for Leadbeater, straight into the in-goal area. He just put a little bit too much on that. Young Matty Race, Leadbeater, Butterworth and Hodgson on this main stand edge. The time they're on to perfection. Unfortunately, the kick just a little bit too much weight on it, and York will have a 7-tackle set on their own 20-metre line, of which they are just shy of the halfway line here in centre field. Once again, Johnston now in at dummy half, gives the ball out wide to Salter. Salter brought down by Nzongo, also Kobe Green. Good defence here from the Bulls. York 40 metres out from the Bradford line. It's Bradford 6, York 0 this afternoon, as former Bradford Bulls loanee from Leeds, Josh Jordan Roberts, has had the ball stolen from him. So 4 penalties on the bounce now to the York City Knights, and the Bulls are putting themselves under a little bit of pressure, a bit of indiscipline creeping in, Sam.
Yeah, it just looked like he lost hand contact. I might be wrong, but you know, again, good shot, well done. Yeah, hopefully we've been defending well, mate. We're still looking bright, 10 minutes in, so fingers crossed we can keep this going here.
York with Johnson, goes towards Washbrook. Washbrook keeps hold of the ball, rolled over there by Race. Butterworth racing out of that defensive line. Good tackle, also good contacts at the legs of the base from Hodgson. Here goes Salter to Robinson. Out wide, a chance in at the corner. Great defence from the young Bradford Bulls. Kobe Green went for the legs, gets the high fives, and York have gone into touch 10 metres out from the Bradford line. And this Bradford Bulls defence, I tell you what, Sam Hallers, oh my word, it's setting that marker and bar high. And this performance this afternoon, albeit 6-0 at the moment, it's not always about what's on the scoreboard, and John Keir's going to have a lot of food for thought ahead of that game next week against London.
Yeah, I think we got caught out a bit there, but obviously a bit of scramble day, and we've managed to barge him out. I get like a broken record, but we do really well. Hopefully we can come out of yardage here really well and get a good kick away, camp back down their end and put a bit more pressure on, because we're looking dangerous.
Well, we saw a real strong performance from the reserves in that narrow 26-18 defeat away at Hunslet. That was a real stand-out performance in that second half. Matty Race, Harry Shackleton taking on that Hunslet line. Harry Shackleton yet to come on, but Kobe Green and Matty Race really doing well here as Bradford is moving the ball down the middle with the forwards. Foster, Hodgson, here goes Foster again to Green. Green now to Bowden. Bowden over on the far stand side. Carries Bradford 10 metres inside the York half. We've had 54 minutes gone on the clock here. Bradford 6, York 0. They're on the last tackle. Goes in centre field to Stevenson. Stevenson, a high hanging kick. Taken superbly there by Will Sharp, the former Halifax Hull London man. Brought down 20 metres out from his own try line. Johnston in there at dummy half. Johnston looks and finds a willing runner in Brad Hay. Hay's going to be brought down by Matty Race, and Hodgson in a 2-man tackle. Hay to his feet, plays the ball. Johnson to Marsh. Marsh over on that far stand side as York can't get past Green and Cullen. And York 12 shy of halfway now, running out of tackles here. James Ford's made another triple substitution here as we see Danny Washbrook leave the field. Also Marcus Stock, as York On the halfway line now with Robinson. Marsh. Good, quick, fast hands. Sharp inside the Bulls half. Brought down by Evan Hodson. Last tackle for York. They are 25 metres out. Trailing 6-0. It goes to Matty Marsh in centre field. Crossfield kick. Juggled on that far stand side. Bradford have come up with the error. Scrum head and feed here to York. And they will go again and they will have the repeat set of 6. And when you look at Matty Marsh, the former Hulkiston Rovers junior, he's been a major coup for York. And with Johnson in there in that dummy half role, Matty Marsh is linking well with Connor Robinson. And as the light starts to fade here, it's getting a little bit gloomy. But York are full of it, a real deserved repeat set there, Sam.
Yeah, a good set from them. Bit of toe on odd Joey to catch Will Sharp down wing. A great cover from him. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not far side. Obviously, like I say, I can't really comment on that because I wouldn't even got near it, let alone touched it. So, like I say, we're going to be in York in good ball here. See how we defend this. Hopefully, we can keep them out.
Billy Jowett over on the far stand side as York look to score the first points of the afternoon here. It was a diving effort in at the corner from Will Sharp, and it's come right on this main stand side, but Ryan Butterworth and Ryan Leadbeater, they've somehow taken Will Sharp into touch, and Will Sharp has a try disallowed here. It will be a quick set fire 7-tackle set here for the Bradford Bulls, who still lead the York City Knights by 6-0. It's really difficult to make out some of the numbers on the back of the players' shirts here, but that's Josh Bowden, the 29-year-old, won the Challenge Cup for Hull FC in 2016-2017 when Hull broke the Wembley Hoodoo, beating Warrington and Wigan. He adds a lot of experience to the Bulls for the new season as Levi Nzongu now goes down that middle channel, and Nzongu draws in 2 defenders. 40 metres out from the York line. It now goes to Kobe Green. Kobe Green to Culling. Culling 20 metres out. Good line speed there from Culling. Culling rolled backwards. Crowd appealing for a penalty. Last tackle here. It goes to Green. Green, a high hanging testing kick for Will Sharp. Sharp's taken it in goal. It'll be a tap on the 20-metre line, and we're approaching the hour mark here at the Tetley Stadium, and it still remains Bradford Bulls 6, York City Knights 0, as York quickly take the 7-tackle set up to their own 25-metre line. It goes to Johnson. Johnson to Spears. Spears to Teamby. Jack Teamby brought down in a 2-man tackle on Zongu there with Venus Vasnes. Here goes Johnson straight out of dummy half. He's going to be brought down on the halfway line in centre field. Robinson picks it up, finds Spears. Spears has dropped the ball. He's done well there as Matty Race. Matty Race has offloaded the ball to Leadbeater, and here goes Ryan Leadbeater. Leadbeater's made 15 metres forward. Bradford 40 metres out from that York try line on the 0 tackle, and for the first time at their temporary home, the war cry of "Come on you Bulls" reverberates around Dewsbury Moor as Josh Bowden sucks in 3 defenders, offloads the ball to Stevenson, and Stevenson's rolled over. They're 18 metres out here, Bradford. The lead, the York City Knights by 6-0. Berry down the middle with Nzongu. Nzongu 12 metres out. 3 York defenders bring the Frenchman down. Berry has options to the left, but he's going to go to the right with Race. Race back on the inside. Bowden underneath the post, and he's brought down on tackle number 4. 5 metres out. Bradford looking for a try. Cameron Berry shows and goes. Berry over the line. Can't ground the ball. Cameron Berry is held up, and we will go back to the 10-metre line, and this, I do believe, will be the last tackle for the Bradford Bulls. Referee Liam Stavit just saying that the Bulls go back. No, it ain't. It's tackle number 4, I beg your pardon. Goes to Matty Race. Matty Race now to Stevenson. It is the last tackle. It was a late call from the referee, and I don't think that's really helped the Bradford Bulls there, because the Bulls had already played the ball with the referee's arm down, so I didn't miscount. Anyway, it's pre-season. Everyone makes mistakes. We have just hit the hour mark. 20 minutes to go, and it is Bradford 6, York 0, Sam Hallis.
No, I think that's a good play, mate. There's no need, I think Martin Colby will be happy with ends they've put in, but that's a real good end. That we've ended in their 10. They've got to bring it off their try line, mate. I think that's spot on for what we need.
York just moving the ball down the middle as it goes to Joe Porter. Porter carries two Bradford defenders with him. York on the Bradford on their own 30-metre line has good, quick, fast hands. We'll see Liam Salter away in front of the Bulls supporters on the far stand side. Liam Salter carries York up to halfway here. They're in centre field now with Porter to Robinson to Johnson. Johnson to Roberts. Jordan Roberts brought down 5 metres inside the Bradford half on the last tackle. Johnston to Robinson. Robinson on the last tackle sends it up. It's a missile. Bradford let the ball bounce. Spears has played the ball off of Keelan Foster and it's back to 6. In fact, it was Josh Bowden, I beg your pardon, not Keelan Foster. And that was just fortuitous look there for the York City Knights. But you've got to make your own look in these tight games as York come down this main stand side. We've got 19 minutes to go here at the Tetley Stadium. And Josh Jordan Roberts is brought down 20 metres out from the Bradford line. That's tackle number 1. Johnston to Spears. Tim Spears, all that experience, carries York 18 metres out. We're about to see Sam Smith enter the fray as York look for their first points of the afternoon. Josh Jordan Roberts is brought down 10 metres out. The young reserve Bulls are really putting on a show here. There's a lot of defiance, a lot of resilience out there. It's York 0, Bradford 6 as Johnson looks for an opening. Gives it there to Teamby. Teamby meets Enzongo head on and York are on the last tackle once again. 10 metres out from that Bradford try line. Jubb over on the far stand side who's just come back on. Gives a short ball there to Sam Scott and Sam Scott is brought down metres shy of the line by Elliot Cullen. Great defence once again, Sam Hallis. We sound like the needle stuck on the record, but this is a wall of red, amber and black defiance that is not letting York post any points this afternoon. Bradford 6, York 0.
That's it, mate. Like I say, it's our technique. It's pretty much attitude, his defence. It's, you've got to want to defend, and we are doing it at the minute. Obviously, we're going to come out of yardage now, and hopefully we can get some yards, get a good carry. The big Brad or gets caught round the head, surely. Never mind. Go, Cam. Oh, come on.
Referee Liam Staveley will say Bradley Ho has knocked the ball on there. Jordan Lilly's just sat in front of us. Jordan Lilly, were you happy with how you went in that first half?
Yeah, we're all right. A lot better to last week. We defended a lot better, defended a lot tougher, and we did all right. So yeah, happy with it.
When you think about last week, John Keir mentioned attitude. I think we saw a lot of attitude out there.
Yeah, we're good. We had a big week training, and got stuck into each other in training, and had a few harsh words, and we come out today and showed that we're last week we're just a bit of a blip. So yeah, we'll train out this week and go into London firing.
Jordan Lilly just sat directly in front of us here. Referees halted the clock here because from the scrum there's a fight on here, and here we go. There's a bit of pre-season beef. Something's kicked off there from the scrum, and it's getting a little bit tasty out there. Sam Hallis, is this the sort of game where you wish you're out there so you can split it all up, because it's still going on?
I won't split it up, to be honest with you, mate. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm probably the worst person to go in there, but I think he's lost that for me. You get hit, you drop ball, that's a knock on. I don't think it's one of them.
Well, referee Liam Staveley is going to separate the two sides here. Sam Smith was being pinned down in the tackle, and the touch judges, a lot of Super League experience from the touch judge who's come on this main stand side, Jack Smith from Wigan. So he is immediately telling Liam Staveley who the two perpetrators were. We've got 17 minutes to go in this one, and it's still Bradford Bulls 6. The York City Knights 0. And referee Liam Staveley takes the report from both the touch judges, and he's going to call out a Bradford player to start things off. And he's now going to call a York player out, so Sam Smith of the Bradford Bulls. He's also calling Evan Hodson out and Connor Robinson. This is more just like the headmaster. You've been caught, the teacher's gone out of the room, and you've picked up the chalk and you're chalking on the chalkboard.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. Obviously, everyone's just flown in. Everything that's just what happens in rugby league, innit? You people just fly in. I'm not sure if what's happened. We'll see what the referee gives, but just looks like a bit of a telling off, and we'll crack on.
Well, here we go. The lecture taking place. Liam Staveley from Bradford, former Clayton junior, now working his way up the referee ranks. He is going to go back to where the scrum was, and I think he's going to say it's just going to be a play the ball. So he has just explained to the players what he expects to happen in the final 17 minutes. No more silly stuff around the ruck. And first tackle from Tim Spears. Time back on here. 16 minutes to go here at the Tetley Stadium. Bradford 6, York 0. Connor Robinson tries to unlock that Bulls defence. Cullen goes in on Matty Marsh, and York have lost the ball, and Bradford have picked it up, but the referee's going to say double knock on. Scrum, head and feet to the Bradford Bulls, and not for the first time in this game. We're giving a lot of praise to this Bradford Bulls defence. Elliot Cullen, oh my word, he just threw himself there at Matty Marsh, and the ball come free. And Matty Marsh is down here, Sam. He needs a bit of attention.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Cull levered him then, didn't he? No, you'll love to see it, don't you? Like, that's what rugby league's about, innit? A bit of contacts and that. Again, it's out. Sorry, I really swore then, bloody hell. It's yeah, I don't know, mate. Great defence, you know. Boys are having a great dig here, aren't they?
We've just done the Pulse 2 contract, Sam. Don't take us off there before the season starts. It's okay. It's okay. These things happen. And play is halted as the Bradford Bulls Dr. Donald Young comes on the field because Matty Marsh is down in a lot of pain. There was no maliciousness whatsoever about that tackle. Elliot Cullen just come flying straight out, almost body slammed Matty Marsh. It was a ferocious tackle, perfectly legal, but Matty Marsh is just down here receiving attention and treatment. So don't forget next week, if you can't make the Bradford Bulls versus London Broncos game, we will be live here from the Tetley Stadium at 2 o'clock on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2. Cameron Berwick leaves the field. Thomas Doyle comes back on, and it's still Bradford 6, York 0. And as we said, this is not a sight that we like to see. Matty Marsh just down on his haunches here, receiving medical treatment from the Bradford Bulls medical team here at the Tetley Stadium. .17 minutes to go, Sam. The clock's reset itself. What do you think? What takeaways do you think John Keir can take away from this performance thus far?
I think his energy in defence, you know, we've been good across the board in the first half and the second half. As defence been a real strong point. We've kept a good York team to 0 points, haven't we, in this game? So I think that's a real plus. And you know, and as attacks looked all right as well. We've looked good. Obviously the weather plays a part, but for the most part we've looked good.
Scrum, head and feed here then to the Bradford Bulls. Matty Marsh will leave the field. He is helped there by the medical team here. He's going to go down the tunnel, I think, and just going to get a check on his arm. He appeared to be holding there. Hopefully nothing too serious, but he has walked off the field, which is always a good sign. Keelan Foster has left the field. Might be coming back on. He's just warming up in front of us. Here goes Doyle out of dummy half. Gives it there to Bowden. Bowden to Ho. Bradley Ho brought down 2 metres shy of halfway. Centre field position. Doyle back to the double challenge cup winner Josh Bowden. Bowden brought down 5 metres inside that York half. Here goes Kobe Green. Missed time pass from Green. Intended to Cullen. That's gone forward. And that'll be Bradford's 6th error of the afternoon here this afternoon. Let's not forget what is happening next weekend. It is the start of the championship. The Dewsbury Rams host Lee Centurions here. That, of course, kickstarts the new championship season on Friday night. On Saturday, it's a trip across the channel for James Ford and the York City Knights. They face Toulouse. That, of course, a Saturday afternoon kickoff. And then on Sunday, well, you've got Halifax Sheffield and you've got the big one, Bradford against London, here at the Tetley Stadium. So from that scrum to the York City Knights, the 15 metres shy of the halfway line, I'm inclined to say I don't believe this game is going to end 6-0 to Bradford. I still think there's a try there or thereabouts out there on the field from either side. They're on the halfway line with Johnson. Johnson back to Teambay. Teambay thought about the offload. Vasnes and Hodson and Ho, the three Bradford defenders. 5 metres now inside that Bradford half as Robinson takes the ball over on the far stand side. He's pushed backwards by Hodson and also Green. And that's the last tackle for the York City Knights. So their marksman, he's playing the ball, so the kick will come from Johnson in centre field. Johnson looks to find touch over on the far stand side. That one just goes out, a touch in front of Billy Jowett. Scrum head and feet to the Bradford Bulls here this afternoon. 10 metres out from their own line, and it remains Bradford Bulls 6, York City Knights 0. 15 minutes to go. Sam Hallis, put you on the spot now. We've had 29 players. Every one of them, bar Harry Shackleton, has featured. You've now got to give us 4 players from the Bradford Bulls who people can vote on in the poll.
Right, so I reckon if I go 2 from each half, that'll be fair, won't it? So if I go, I reckon Brownie. Brownie went well in the first half. I think I'll go Kirky. I'll go, I think Levy's gone well, and I think Eben has gone well. There you 4.
There you 4 then, there we go. So, Joe Brown, Liam Kirk, Levy Nzongo, and Eben Hodson. Bradford, from that scrum, up to their own 20 metre line. Forward pass from Tom Doyle to Josh Bowden. And that has been picked up by the officials. And that will be scrum head and feet to York, 20 metres out from the Bradford line. It's still Bradford 6, York 0. And what do you put that down to, Sam, the 6-0? Do you put it down to the conditions, very attritional? Obviously the pitch, very few high-scoring games are scored here. Hang on, we'll just see this York attack as York 10 metres out from that Bradford line from the scrum, heading into touch here, but somehow just putting the brakes on there was Miles Harrison. He'll get to his feet, he'll play the ball, it goes back in centre field to Johnston. Johnson there to Spears. Spears goes back down the middle channel, attracting Doyle, also Bowden, and York are 10 metres out in front of the Bradford post, looking for the first points this afternoon. Here goes Will Jubb, short pass towards Teamby. Teamby's over the line, he can't get the ball down. Sam Hallis is saying force him out over the dead ball line and get a tap on the 20, but referee Liam Davis says the forward momentum was halted. So Teeby will get to his feet, he'll play the ball. Here goes Jubb, a chance here for Scott. Scott's brought down, Sam Scott, 2 metres out. They're underneath the post, they're shifted out wide. Robinson out wide, a chance for York in at the corner. Have they got the ball down? Elliot Wallace, referee looks. Will he point the finger? Yes, he will. And York City Knights have their first points of the afternoon. We've got 12 minutes to go here, and Elliot Wallace crosses out wide. Sam Hallis.
Yeah, it's just, we've probably just been caught a bit there. It's unfortunate, but I think as long as they ain't gone through us, and they've had to go round us, they've had to squeeze in at corner. So again, it's testament to his defence, mate. We've been really, really good, and I still think we've been the better team today.
You can almost sense the frustration from Conor Robinson and Ben Johnson, Sam. They're not able to create that gap, that opening. So, as we said, it was that float pass out wide, and there must have only been millimetres to spare. Elliot Wallace just touching down past Elliot Cullen and Billy Jowett.
Yeah, it's not really a day for halfbacks, is it? You've got a feel for them in this weather on this pitch. Everyone coming off with mud all over themselves. So it's a day for it going down middle, really. And I think both sets of middles have done themselves justice today. And unfortunately for the halves, it's just not their day.
Well, Conor Robinson has missed the conversion attempt over on the far stand side. You might have heard the ironic cheers from the Bradford Bulls faithful here at the Tetley Stadium. So on Bradford Bulls Live on Pulse 2, it is Bradford Bulls 6, York 4. Wallace with the try 12 minutes from time. Still a long way to go in this one here, although Bradford, they've kicked it out on the full. York's 9th penalty of the afternoon, and immediately York now are going to smell blood, and they're going to try to go back to back. We just heard the war cry going up. It's Bradford Bulls live on Pulse 2. Mick the Game caller Gledel and Sam Hallis here, and there's 10 minutes left here. I think it's important here that the Bulls don't just switch off from the good work that they've done, but I think from what we've seen in the opening 70 minutes here, John Kay will be pretty much a happy chappy this evening. Hay will tap the ball, gives it to Josh Jordan Roberts. Jordan Roberts is brought down underneath the Bradford post, 20 metres out. Jubb back on the field, wins a penalty here. Does Josh Jordan Roberts. Bradford's indiscipline in this second half a problem. That's the 10th penalty now Bradford have conceded this afternoon. Jubb will tap the ball 20 metres out in front of the post, and it's going to go along the line, finding Marcus Stock. Marcus Stock is brought down in a two-man tackle there by Doyle and Nzongu. Back they come down the middle with Johnson. Johnson to Baldwinson, who's just come straight on the field, head straight towards Foster and Nzongu. And it's Bradford 6, York 4. York 10 metres out from that York try line. Jubb shows and goes on the left towards Porter. Porter tries to crash over from short range, and he's brought down a metre out from that Bradford line. York looking to go back to back with Will Jubb. Jubb's over the line. Can he get it down? No, he can't. He's pushed back in the field to play. Alex Stevenson does well. 4th tackle gone here for the York City Knights. Connor Robinson kicks one down. That's come off a Bradford arm. Referee says play on here, and that's picked up there by Elliot Cullen. And Elliot Cullen's being held in the tackle, and it's on again. Here we go. The shirt grabbing. Now there's the punches, and here we go. It's erupted here at the Tetley Stadium, and not a savoury sight we want to see. I think a little bit of frustration has boiled over there, but Elliot Cullen, he has taken a couple to the face, and the officials now, they're trying to split both sides up, and I think in terms of both James Ford and John Keir, the last thing they want is a long list of players heading to the disciplinary chambers at Redall. You can hear what the Bulls faithful think. They want to see a red card. Matty Race is just going to come off the field here for Harry Shackleton, I do believe, but referee Liam Staveley, Sam. Paul, referee Liam Staveley, he's got to sort this out, and he'll take the report from touch judge Jack Smith here, and certainly Elliot Cullen, well, always difficult to see from here, but I certainly saw a punch.
Yeah, I don't mind a punch up, me, but in this day and age, if you can't go around punching people in the face, unfortunately. And I think it was Connor Robinson from York and Elliot Cullen have just gone toe to toe there and exchange them. I don't have a problem with it, but in this day and age, they're clamping down on it. So if you're gonna punch someone in the face, you're gonna face consequences, I think.
Well, the referee is taking a lengthy report here. He's going to the back pocket. Jack Smith has told Liam Staveley Connor Robinson threw a punch, and Connor Robinson is sent off. So Connor Robinson sent off here at the Tetley Stadium, and someone else has joined him, Sam. He's gone for a red and a yellow. He's still got the yellow card out now. Everyone's looking around. So Connor Robinson sent off. He goes down the tunnel. Well, York are down to 11 men here. Was that double red, Sam Hallis? Difficult to see from up here.
I've no idea, mate. All I know is Connor Robinson's gone. I don't think it was. I think he might have made a substitution, but Connor, red and a yellow apparently have been sold.
Well, York are down to 11 men. I've just counted them, Sam, so, well, it's all happening here. So, the big news, Connor Robinson sent off and York are down to 11 men. 2 players off the field for throwing punches on Elliot Cullen. Penalty awarded to the Bradford Bulls. Kobe Green leaves the field. Not Matty Race, and Shackleton comes on. Well, that's fired up the crowd here. And here we go. Elliot Cullen wants to take it in on tackle number 1, and it's getting fired up again. Here goes Nzongu. This is all promotion and marketing material for that second game of the season at Bootham Crescent. And Zongu, he's not happy with Porter and Stock, and it's another penalty. And here we go, they come running in again, and Venus Vaznes now wants to get involved, and the penalty count is evened up at 10 penalties apiece, just like that. Bradford back-to-back penalties, and York down to 11 men. Sam, I must confess, I'm not entirely sure who joined Connor Robinson off. There's people here saying it was double red, there's people saying it was a red and a yellow, and the referee has abandoned the game. The referee, I do believe, has abandoned the game. The referee's abandoned the game.